Good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. Today is Thursday, and it is build day 115. Yes, build day 115 on a construction schedule out at Villa FELIZ. Today is going to be a lot of activity, I suspect. I suspect it's going to be just like yesterday. You saw how fast they were putting up walls, and both on the basement area and the first floor, and on the second floor, they're still working. I believe they're going to be working a lot on those beams, the roofing beams, and we want to get that up as soon as possible because we are supposed to be by next week, sometime in the middle of next week, we're supposed to have all those beams forward and preparation for doing the roof. So I am very late this morning, and the reason I'm very late is I got up very early this morning. And even though I got up very early, when I say very early, I mean 4:30. That's really not very early, but it was early for me. It's my normal early. So anyway, but there was no no water, nothing inside it. Because normally by 4:30 in the morning, all the kids aren't up yet for school, and there's usually some water inside it. I can usually get a bath or a shower, but it was a tabo bath this morning, as it was yesterday. And I don't know what's going on with the water here. But let me show you something real quick. You see this is not untypical to the Philippines. You see these pipes right here? And these are our pipes. They come from the street, and then they branch off. You see there's a branch right there, it goes into this apartment, and then my branch right here, and it goes into my apartment. The first place it hits are these water bibs right here on the outside. And like right now, let's see, I think, do I have water? They have water at the end, a little bit. Why don't I have any water? I have no water. What's going on? Oh, nothing. Well, I've had nothing. That's the way my water was all day. But they had some water down the other. I'm gonna have to look and see what's going on. I'm hoping we're not turned off at the street. I pay my water bill the day I get my bill. So anyway, I'm gonna go check that. But anyway, if you don't have water inside, sometimes you have water outside, because that's the first place and that's the strongest. And then it goes inside because it has to go up a little bit on the inside. And anytime you just go a few centimeters or a few inches up, just that little bit of pressure drops your pressure down inside. Sometimes you'll have water out here, but you will have no water inside the house. Anyway, not a big deal. I have my reserve water in my trash can, my bucket of water, and I got my tabo, and that's how I took a bath this morning. But anyway, that's one of the reasons I was late, because I kept waiting for the water and kept waiting. I actually went back and laid in bed for a few minutes, and I thought, maybe if I lay here for a few minutes, it's going to come on. But I thought that's crazy logic. That didn't work. So anyway, I got back up and I started chatting with my wife, and there was like 1,000 comments on my channel this morning from yesterday's PTV 4 interview. So I spent a lot of time on that this morning. So anyway, let's get out to work now. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Good morning. Oh, and something else. One of the other reasons I'm a little bit later is because I also ran out of my bottled water. I didn't plan appropriately. You really have to plan over here. You have to have reserved backups and backup solutions. And last night I noticed, and it was late, just before I went to bed. I'm like, oh, I got just enough water inside my water cooler for 1 pot of coffee. So that's my priority. As long as I have my water in the morning for my coffee, coffee is number one priority. I can get by without even food, but I gotta have my coffee in the morning. So I made my pot of coffee, and I was good for that. And then this morning I stopped and I went to my landlord. My landlord has a sorry store just like these, all these, like Gabi's place right here. And since she's my landlord and it's inside the same compound, so I got 2 bottles of water this time. So I have a backup now. So next time when I run out, I have my backup right there with me. All right. Good morning, Michelle.
Yes.
Good morning, Roy. Good morning, Roy, with the shirtless man. Yeah, you know, I used to be called the shirtless man when I used to have my house back in the U.S. Because I used to, that's all right, I got you covered. I got you covered. You have nothing to worry about. I'm good. You're my BFF, so I'm gonna make sure you are covered. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Hey, good morning, Roy.
Thanks.
Hey, did you see? Did you see the interview? You just watched a little bit?
Yeah.
I got the whole interview.
I got watch all the whole video. And
How many days?
It's about 6 minutes. I think about 6.
no, it's more than 6 minutes.
More than 6 minutes? I don't know. But I captured. I have the whole thing on my laptop.
Erwin Tulpo and Mon Tulpo got the cover, the anchor, and then you interview the PT before.
Yeah. But you were gone.
Yeah.
You guys were gone that day, and May was working here, and I tried to get May on it, but May was like, no, don't, you can't take a picture of me. I don't have all my makeup on. Huh?
Even Tess.
Yes.
Tess was so popular.
Yes, it was good. Cherries. Oh, look at this. Cherry.
And this is avocado.
That's an avocado.
Yeah.
What do you call that in America?
I will.
Avocado too?
Yes.
Did you get that from the market or from the
I
market?
took that from my farm.
Oh.
Yeah,
This is from America and this is from
This is from. I have American cherries.
Yes.
I wonder if it's from the tree. Do you know the story about George Washington? Do you know that story?
No.
He gave consciousness to Americans when they were young. Conscious meaning he made them have conscience. If you do something wrong, you have to admit it. And he cut down a cherry tree. I think it was, he told his father's like, who cut down my cherry tree? And he says, I can tell no lie, I cut down the cherry tree, you know. And it became famous. They made to make Americans responsible for things that they do, you know. So okay, awesome, good. So I can make an. Is that ripe?
Yes.
Or do I have to wait?
Yeah.
That's
can
right.
eat.
So when it's green, it's not ripe, right?
No.
It's
They
a
have
different
red,
kind.
yeah.
Different
It's
kind.
different. The green is ripe also.
Oh, okay. Because I have the green one that everybody's saying you have to wait maybe 2 more
Green,
days.
Please, yeah.
Okay. Oh, good. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You want to have the big watermelon?
Oh, watermelon. You like water? You like
the square one?
the big one?
The square.
Square.
Yes.
Yeah.
In Japan.
Oh, you have.
In Japan they have
Oh no,
watermelon
I saw
square.
that. I saw that on. And that what they
They
do,
grow that
they grow it in a
down.
box.
They grow it
No, they grow it in a
Yes.
box. I saw that. Yeah. I thought you were gonna try to pull my leg again. I thought you. Okay, well, I'm gonna go. I am really. You see how late I am today?
Yeah.
I am really late. Well, thank you, Michelle, Roy. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have this for lunch. I don't know about the avocado. I might take the avocado home tonight and make a sandwich out of it.
Okay.
But the cherries, I'm gonna wipe those out this morning. Good morning, Amber. You like? Oh, look! Morning, Cal. Magandang umaga. Anyway, something I didn't mention just now. You know, I just stopped by and I saw Amber. Amber's not feeling good today. Amber's actually, she has to go to the doctor. She's not feeling too well. So her Lola is going to be taking her into the to the doctors to see what might be wrong. So anyway, I brought the laptop in and I showed them the segment that I captured last night. And it brought a smile to Amber's face. So that was well worth the stop over there. And I hope she feels better. So let's get into the work site. explain something. I have a lot of people that keep making comments about the 4-inch covering over the 6-inch hollow block. And what they keep saying is this alignment. They keep saying what looks like this one is in the same alignment as the one above it, but it's the one below it. So if you take a look like what he's doing right now, you see this one right here, that these are aligned on the top, but the center of this one goes to the center of this concrete hollow block. So there is no seam on seam. So you see these two right here, even though these are lined up with this one, the seam for the one behind this is right down the center. So it covers the seam. So it appears, it looks like an optical illusion, or not even an optical illusion. But when you're looking at it, these are not lined up with the one directly behind it. Again, the crack for the block behind this one right here is right down the center between the two blocks back there. Got it? So it appears the focus of the work today is on the, well, I was going to say the first floor and the second floor, or I was going to say the basement and the first floor, but they're also still working on the second floor as well. So all 3 floors have construction build being done today. I will show you what's being done on the first floor here also. We're continuing on with all the concrete hollow blocks for the walls. The dining room wall, that big one that they started yesterday, and they moved quite fast on it. They already have the threshold over the top, and they're starting. That's what they're working on right now. So they got the base, and this is the window, and they're working on the top portion right now. And as you see, there's the anchors in the top that's going to give it support so that the top doesn't drop down from any type of shifting, seismic activity, or things of that nature. This is the bedroom. They're continuing to work on the concrete hollow blocks for the wall in the bedroom. And we'll go upstairs real quick. Tested it before, but I'm curious as to what the absorption rate or capacity of a 6-inch concrete hollow block is. So I'm gonna do a little test here, and I'm gonna take one of the new concrete hollow blocks that came in the other day, and I know that it's starving for moisture right now. And I've got a bucket, and I'm gonna measure the depth of the bucket, and I'm going to put the concrete hollow block in and kind of saturate it, and then pull it out. And I want to see how much water is left. I want to see how much gets absorbed inside the concrete hollow block. Let's check it out. Now about 23 centimeters, or about 9 inches. About ½ inch, 21 centimeters. About a ½ inch, about 2 centimeters worth of. So I wonder how much that is in volume. So what I have here is a 500 milliliter, and I'm at 8.5 inches inside this. So I'm going to go down a ½ inch. I'm going to see how much water actually goes inside the block. And that was only for a couple of minutes worth. It probably would have absorbed a whole lot more. So that is 8 inches, or right at 20 centimeters. So that's it. So 1,000 milliliters per block. So if my math is correct, and if my math teachers are watching, I hope I am correct. I believe 1,000 milliliters is 1 liter, and so each block absorbs at least 1 liter of water. So I think I need to water these guys out here so they can start hardening a little bit. They look really dry, and I don't want these things fragile and breaking apart on me. So it is break time. It's after 3 o'clock, and this is always a good opportunity for me to jump into the area that's normally pretty noisy. And I just would like to show you what got done today, because they're only going to be working about an hour and a half more after this. But let's look at what they did here today so we can close out on this. I would love to do a quick drone shot around, look at the walls so you can actually see. I would like to compare it from day to day or every couple of days on the drone shots. But this is the basement, and this is when you first drive in to the left as you drive into the basement, and they're working on the plaster coating for this wall, and they are working on the 4-inch concrete hollow block for this wall right here. They finished all the 4-inch today on this one, and I suspect tomorrow they will be working over here. But what I asked my builders to do, I said they're so fast, that your guys are so fast putting this stuff up, let's not get ahead of ourselves on some of the projects that we plan on doing. So what I had him, I said, before we do this wall over here, I said, let's make sure that we get the drain and the pipe, the PPR pipe for the water that goes up to where the grill is going to be up on the top, the sink and the grill. So I had them cut a hole in the slab right here. So let's walk out the door. It's kind of, so we can, if you walk out the door, you can see that it goes up the steps. And right up above here, it's kind of hard to see. The sun is right in the way. So right above here is where the grill and the sink is going to be. So what he did was he went ahead and cut the hole, connected into the floor drains. There's a floor drain, 1, 2, 3 floor drains with a P-trap, and then it's going to go down here and connected into this drain is going to be for the sink that's in the outdoor kitchen grill, and it's going to go down, and this will be all covered up because this has still got to have 4-inch concrete hollow block to do this one here. So everything will be covered up. You won't even see this, and you won't see any of that because that area is actually going to be hidden under a drop-down box ceiling that goes around the edge of this area right here. And so this is going to go, then this goes out the wall and it ends up right here on the outside, and it will go into the sewer drain with the other floor drain. So that's going to end up going to the back of the house, hang a right, and it's going to go out to the storm drain out in front. So that is what's gotten done so far today. But I want you to see this room back here. Remember the storage room that they were doing the plaster coating on? Well, it's practically the main plaster coat is already in on every single wall. This wall, this wall, this wall. Look at this, and then everything. It's basically it's to the point, except for the fact that we got a big hole in the wall right here where the circuit breaker panels are going to be facing the other side. But I think most of the the normal plastering is done in this whole room. I don't think there's anything else to do on this coat. Now, I'm not sure. I think. Oh, and this is where this is going to be the door jamb. So of course none of that's done yet. So, and this will be part of the door jamb also. They'll clean that up. Well, anyway, I am going to close out today's video. I pretty much went around and I showed all the stuff that was being done earlier today, and there's not much more other than what I already spoke about on today's episode. The 4-inch concrete hollow blocks that are being done. We finished off the one room that has the storage where they did all the plastering inside there. A lot of stuff done inside the basement. A lot of stuff with walls being done on the first floor. And some of they did most of the, if you look at the very top level, underneath where the steel reinforcement is for the roofing beam over there, and you see this one over here, that was the primary focus on the second floor today. So that's what they're going to be continuing to work on tomorrow. So anyway, it's really late. It's 5:30. Usually I'm closing everything out at 5, but I want you to meet my neighbor, and this is Jerome.
Hello there.
And Jerome, actually, Jerome is actually the one. You've been to Jerome's house before. Jerome is building his house. You remember when we went at the construction site of Briggs and Hill? This is actually the basically kind of like the foreman, the guy in charge of everything that's being built over there.
Yes.
And he was also at the Jerome was at the 4th of July get together that we had the other day over at Charles and Tang's home. So and he's been saying we're comparing notes is what we're doing.
Sharing ideas.
So we're kind of looking at some of the things that he's using for his house, and he's got some really good ideas, and we might do some collaboration, especially when it comes to doing some of the decorating. Because can you do me a favor? Can you give me a little bit of background about your interior home decorate? What is your actual career when it comes to that?
Oh yes, you know pretty much that decorating in the Philippines is very much diverse. We're a culture who has an influence from the Spanish. Of course, we are also admirers of the modern interior design. So it's really very much diverse here in the Philippines. But my crew, my team, they are very much skilled when it comes to the modern aspects, the tropical houses, to as far as the Mediterranean and the Mexican Italian themes. I suggest you're in a tropical country, you are enjoying pretty much most of the nature that God has given us, then pretty much let's do it on a Mediterranean and the old-fashioned way. We have abundant supplies of bricks, of old stones, tiles, natural stones. I believe that's the one you will enjoy it the most also. And it's fun to build houses in the Philippines because it's pocket friendly, okay, and you will meet the locals. Almost every worker can speak the language, so it's pretty fun. I was told by some that they usually spend around 300 to 500 grand just to build their dream house, but here in the Philippines, definitely you will spend less like that for a mansion already. that will be the haven of your life.
Okay, well, I'm going to close out just before we leave. I'm going to close out right now.
Yes.
So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please share, and if you have not subscribed, just click on that my PI Dream little heart down in the bottom right hand side of your screen, and you will be a subscriber, and you will get the latest and greatest video when I push it. So until tomorrow, which is going to be build day 116, yes, build day 116, you have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye.
Pretty smile? Oh, yeah, okay, so I'm glad you're feeling better. Okay, I heard the doctor said you were good. Okay, I'll see you later. See you later.